Hi, you may know me. I'm Tina, famous for evaluation. Although I am an actress, I evaluate people all the time as it pertains to life's funny bone moments. Your instructor, Megan Bird, asked me to address the class as it relates to evaluation of students. Not sure why she thinks I have this expertise, but I have a college degree and I was a tutoring assistant when I was in college. I may be funny most of the time, but I think I can be serious about evaluation and to what definition of evaluation I subscribe to and why. That said, I'll just let it roll, people. My understanding from Megan is that the current class AET 535 is a traditional classroom setting. In this setting, evaluation is used to measure how well a student is comprehending information. It is the instructor's job to assess continually as the class sessions progress and to measure the success of the curriculum and how the curriculum is communicated. Megan says there have been many methods of evaluation discussed, but two definitions were provided to evaluate. From my review of methods, I believe I would use multiple methods of evaluation in my classroom. It would depend on my learners and my feelings on how best to assess their learning. Boole, Mettis and Dutwin provided two definitions for evaluation. First, evaluation is the systematic process of collecting and analyzing data in order to determine whether and to what degree objectives have been or are being achieved. In the traditional classroom, like the K-12 or traditional college setting, the aforementioned would definitely be true. Traditional assessment is generally when instructors give exams such as multiple choice or true and false. Then they evaluate the student based on recall of information. Usually, a grade is assigned to the percentage of correct answers versus incorrect answers. This provides an overall grade to the student when the class is over. Let's face it, my elementary through college experience was all about tests. So traditional. I really disliked school when it was all about test scores. I am more creative, as you know, because I am famous, and I appreciate differentiation in learning and assessment. My favorite school of thought is what Boole, Mettis and Dutwin stated as the second definition of evaluation. Evaluation is the systematic process of collecting and analyzing data in order to make a decision. I think instructors who will likely be in a corporate training or business setting, this evaluation strategy is valid. Don't you? In a business setting, training and recurrent coaching are generally provided. This is a means to gauge how well an employee is performing on their job. Also, it gauges decision-making strategies deduced from the learning process. I know that if I'd had instructors, even in the traditional school setting, willing to allow me to show my learning through practical or hands-on assessment, I would have done better in school. Also, I think the evaluator can see how we've come to the decisions we've made because they are observing the assessee. When most are being taught in a training setting, much of what is taught are soft skills, like communication strategies and cultural diversity. Therefore, evaluating the learners after a training session with real-world role plays and on-the-job review is a strong form of evaluation and very authentic in nature. Now, as an actor in the Second City Theater Group, most of my directors wanted me to prove what I had learned in acting school. By doing, of course. Certainly acting is a physical act, however, had it not been for the theory aspect of drama school with traditional exams, I may not have had all of the tools necessary to show my directors what I know. Of course, acting theories had to be recalled in exams, but the act of performing is an ongoing assessment in the practical sense. In closing, collection of data to gauge the readiness of your pupils is important. Whether that data is collected in a traditional assessment versus an authentic assessment, data collection is essential for understanding how well we are performing as instructors. Data collection is also essential to deduce how well our students retain the information we provide. Ultimately, what Boole, Mettis and Dutwin expounded in their two definitions of evaluation are equally important. I would collect data to gauge to what degree objectives are achieved. And I would also feel confident stating the process of collecting data in order to make a decision is also true. No one's school of thought is perfect when it comes to evaluation, and the definitions provided are not necessarily the best for every instructor. When teaching or facilitating training, it will be your job to evaluate and assess. Mix it up as you go. Attempt to learn how your students learn best. Understanding their learning styles will also help you come up with interesting ways to assess their learning. Have fun.